Hello everyone, my name is Jenna Plitnick and I'm interviewing for Aramark Step Into Leadership, their food and beverage path. So in this presentation, I'm going to be talking about 5 marketable communication skills that I have learned and developed through business communication class, whether that's just in the hospitality or in this internship. So first I'm going to start out with team communication. Obviously in the hospitality industry, it's so important that we work together to provide guests with the best service possible. Aramark is not just one thing. They have several different branches, so many different locations. So it's important to have that open communication with several people, learn how to talk with a team effectively, get things done. And this goes on to collaboration with a diverse group of people. By working with so many different, you're going to work with so many different people. And by doing so, that allows you to learn more and how to talk effectively to certain people. Some people respond differently to different cues and different words. And we're going to touch on this a little bit later on, but the use of nonverbal communication is very effective in team communication as well. Culture awareness. So this ties into team communication because obviously in the hospitality industry, we work together as one team to provide a service. So it's important to understand different cultures, understand their values, their morals, their ethics, and it's also important to understand the social differences between one culture and another. By doing so and understanding these differences, it helps eliminate that misunderstanding, that miscommunication that could lead to some difficulties and problems that can be in the organization. It's also important to have the intercultural communication, understand how people respond differently, what's important to their culture, how they do things. That way, if in someone's culture it's not polite to look someone in the eye or handshakes is not the way to go, that way you understand. This also helps broaden my skills and viewpoints of ideas because while working with so many different cultures, I'm not only limited to my culture and the way we do things, but this ties into team communication. By working with other team members from different cultures, it helps me learn more as well. Nonverbal communication, we touched on this a little bit earlier, but obviously the 2 main forms of communication is verbal and nonverbal, and I've learned this. I've learned nonverbal communication. This ties into teamwork and cultural awareness because it helps me understand the different types of nonverbal communications that can be within different cultures and within the team, such as understanding greetings, whether it's proper to greet with a handshake, a bow, a hug, hand signals, maybe sign language, or obviously in America it's inappropriate to show someone your middle finger. Just knowing those are good for not only myself, but the people. That way I'm not offending the people around me, and obviously personal space. Nonverbal communication also helps create professionalism by when you go to an interview or you're talking to your boss, by looking someone in the eye, standing up straight, and having a smile on your face. And this helps increase understanding, again, by tying in with cultural awareness, understanding intercultural communication, what are some do's and don'ts with your teammates. And obviously in the hospitality industry, more specifically restaurants, you are going to have some negative reviews, and this course has helped me learn how to respond to them. So you might get some negative reviews or some negative ratings, but it's important to maintain a professional attitude. By doing so, you're also able to maintain and keep obviously the good reputation that your organization has along with their image. By responding negatively, that may affect your organization in a bad way, which obviously you don't want to put your position at risk as long as the image of your organization. So it's very important to understand how to respond. Also, when you're responding, make sure you provide a goodwill. Apologize, understand that you see where they're coming from, and maybe say, please contact me, we'd like to make this better, or next time you come in, your meal's on me if you're responding as a manager. And finally, the fifth and final communication skill that makes me marketable is when to use visuals. Now, this is important because 80% of people remember what they see. So by doing so, this heightens audience interest, it pulls in their attention, and increases their involvement and engagement with the organization. So this is great for marketing skills and how to draw in more customers into the organization. So thank you so much for taking the time to interview me. I hope these 5 skills represent how I can be beneficial to your organization.